Good evening. Video is for tomorrow. So whoever would like to participate in half an hour reading donated by Janet and Tomburg, please write your comment under the video. On Monday, Mountain Time, 11 o'clock a.m., I will be with Cheryl, and we will find the person who will be awarded that gift, because they both already they pay for this. So thank you, Janet and Tomburg. And in this video I would like to talk about why I don't see too well, because I don't have my glasses on. Okay, so I will be talking about the Pentagon warned Chief Justice Roberts. What was he meaning? What was the warning about? Because it was iffy. What is Melon thinking about his company losing value? Melon is very close to, so I have to use sometimes different words to survive. And 1.4 assets of Tesla is gone with the wind. What's happened to that? Why Melania was seen in Switzerland? Is she moving there? Pentagon was briefing Melon and how that went today in the morning, because it's recorded Friday evening. Will AIDS prevention survive or be cancelled? Why Melon is why Melon satellites are all over the world? Will Mark Cuban run to be a president? Would people in USA be allowed to have dual citizens? So I will start with the first one, and it's for entertainment only. I don't remember any joke today. Even I told our doctor today a joke, but that's not completely something I want to share on YouTube. So maybe something will come up to my head. And it's late, it's 10 o'clock in the evening. Sharon P. is the person who sent the question. Thank you guys for your questions. I really need them. And thank you, Cheryl, that you took some shots. Will American be allowed to keep any dual citizenship on? That's the one that I started. And I saw, because I see pictures as an answer, so I saw letter. So some will have to have some probably explanations to do, because it was an official letter. So there will be probably checking. Today we were informed in Canada not to travel to USA. English people and I think French as well got the same information, not to travel to USA. But English, I'm so sure. So would they be allowed to have dual citizens? Most for sure. Well, they will have to protect that. Some will have to leave the country and reapply, but some will be afraid to leave and coming back, because to stay outside of the borders. I know that some Canadian people had problems when they were in USA, so to coming back. It will be, depends on what passport you will be going on, leaving USA, and then if you would like to come back, probably from some country on the same passport, you might have a problem. When we were going first time to Poland, we went on Canadian passport with we had to apply for a visa that time, and we thought, well, it's better to go back on Canadian passport. So yeah, you will have to check the rules on your own. I'm not saying that everyone will be treated that. I have them opposite way. Okay, so first is here. Okay. Trump said to Chief Justice Roberts, stop the inductions before it's too late. What he meant by that. And it was like, don't shoot yourself in the head. So there is something that he was warning him to not interfere in his, what's mean induction? In Cambridge Dictionary, induction is something that begins a process or series of events. So he warned him that keep your nose close to the ground and don't even look. Because Chief Justice said that he is not agreeable with Don Don's idea of impeaching judges. So yeah, the journey will be hard for Chief Justice, and there might be some surprises for him. So yes, that's not the friendly note that Don Don gave him. And it's up to Chief Justice to stand up with the law or bend close to the ground and to be on his knees. It has to be a serious situation if he was telling him that. What is Melon thinking about his cars losing so much in value, being recalled? All the trucks were recalled because they are losing roofs. Will he step out? And I saw his investors are asking him to get out because he's damaging the name, but I see like a lunatic. I'm fine. I still can walk the direction that I want to walk. And he's not going to think that he can obey anyone's asking him to do something. Well, I will pull 3 cards. And the stocks are losing everywhere. In Europe, in Germany, 50%. In China, 50%, in USA. So for people who invested in him, he still feels that he can be a star, that he is financially secure, and the grass is greener somewhere else. So he is doing some research when he's working with his guys, doing closures and stealing the documents, that he will be fine. He is not worried about things too much. 1.4 billion of Tesla assets appear to have gone astray. Nice saying, by Financial Times. And I feel that Melon is short of money. He don't have money. He has everything in assets, and no one wants to. His assets are evaluated, so he is afraid that he will be losing his assets, and he don't want to use them. He borrow on from the banks on a high percentage, over 6 billion, he has cash, as he is saying, he will use that. So there is some problem in his. Yeah, he is walking on the eggshells. He is very carefully putting every stamp. He feels that he can heal everything, and he can have some magic coming, that angels will come and help him. You remember, I'm always saying that I saw his volcano being burned to the ground. Sooner or later, he might lose everything. That when Don will be gone, he will be. And one thing, I was watching today Rachel Meadow for a moment, and I saw the speech that Bernie Sanders was giving and Ocasio-Cortez. And I thought, boy, they are such an easy target for assassins. There is no one protecting them, and there was no bodyguards behind them. No one was, like with Trump, they are always checking. And those two huge figures don't have any security. We have to pray for their safety. Okay. And when I was asking about those $1.4 billion dollars, yes, I saw him going on a horse through the deserts with the suitcase. Maybe the suitcase is full of money, and probably hiding this somewhere. So he is hiding his money, not doing the full job. Well, no, he will be proud of his job and sharing the money, but something is doing part-time on the side we don't know about. Well, how about being a spy for China? That might be a nice part-time for him. New York Times announced that Pentagon was briefing EM on military plans for potential war in China. And I saw Melon sitting on the chair, and the doctor is holding his hands on the pulse, checking his pulse. So I'm not saying that he didn't get any information from Pentagon. He got some information, because he will be very pissy if he wouldn't. And he was looking very, very happy and content. He got enough to make him feel that he is in the circle, that he can be aware when the war will start and where and what, and that he can still be able to make some profits. So he's excited. Big change, closing one paragraph, opening another one, and he feels he has the control. He is the king of swords, he has the control. So he's more interested in that kind of things than Don. And Don is letting to be a puppet for Putin. Musk, on another hand, he wants to shake the world with his own hands. And it's very scary. Out of two of them, Melon is much more scary. Diane McClagan, is Melania moving to Switzerland with Baron eventually? She has been spotted there recently. Is it a sign why she knows it's going to fall apart? And when I close my eye, I think she was putting money in some of the good banks. in Switzerland and looking for some properties. So she is thinking about moving there, but that way she is protecting him and herself. Yeah, she don't want him to be depend on the rest of the family. She wants to be a star and financially secure, angel of security. So she knows what she is doing. Lily Day. Will AIDS prevention services be cancelled? And I saw a forest burned to the ground. So yes, it will be hard to repair those services. He is completely destroying. Today he took all the vegetables out of the designated to poor people. So he is, and the schooling system is not any that the Ministry of Schools are out. He is doing everything that he shouldn't be doing if he really cares for his country and his people. He's making decisions, yes, exciting about that, and he wants the country to be dysfunctional. Dysfunctional people are much easier to control. The less educated people are much easier to control. It's like in communistic country, it was really extremely hard for someone to get to university or polytechnic. But if they were there, they were getting really good support. I told you my husband was getting money from the government because he was very smart student. But his friend was not able to put up and he was kicked out. So they were promoting good students, but poor students, or not poor, not smart enough, were not able to get to the schools, to the good education above the high school. It was really, really hard. And you had to pass exams, but not only this, you have to have a very good grade through the whole high school to be allowed to go for exams. Not only that, people had few more points if they were from the villages. They wanted some people to stay in the villages who were educated. But otherwise, no one was getting any privileges. And if your parents were educated, they were making sure that you have less points. That was in Poland. I think that might be the same way in Russia. Aurelia EP. Why Melon has satellites all over the world and plan to have more? Is it just for business or something else? And I see thief coming through the roof. So he is going through so many countries and stealing the informations, because if they are saying TikTok is stealing, he is stealing even more. So he's the isolative. I will pull 3 cards to see more. It's big money for him and educating himself about so many people. Cheating cards. And yeah, he's letting people to fight. He wants to cause turmoils in some countries. He wants to control the governments. I'm telling you, I'm afraid of him because he's not stupid. And he's still in the 50s, overloaded with kids. Someone said that he might have even one more kid recently. Diane, we still haven't found missing children from the last time Don targeted immigrants. We will find them eventually. And I saw them coming in the future like adults and knocking to the doors and being argumentative. So they eventually will come and knock to USA, and they will ask for money for those lost years that they were separated from families, and they will have protection of international government or international court, and they will have to have money for suffering for so many years, being separated from parents. They will be sleeping on it, yes. Love, you can't buy love anymore with mothers, and justice will happen. Eventually the justice will, but it will be the country, well, you see, Sharon Porter wrote, there is a shortage of eggs in America, but there is no shortage of chickens in White House, in Congress, and there are two roosters who are making everyone awake all days and nights. So yeah, there are so many problems, and the eggs were supposed to go lower in prices, nothing like that. April is coming. I said there will be far more manifestations than there are now, but there is a lot. Every day I can see on YouTube so many places they have people are united. So there will be far more problems for Don eventually. Paulette Rideau, what will happen to the people taken to El Salvador and Honduras? The judge wants a remedy due process to see if they will actually be criminals. And I know I was there will be a problems again, but okay, I know I had there will be a problem for Don, but he will try to put them aside. The international court will have to say something eventually, because that's not legal that people are sent without the court judgment. They have to prove that someone is criminal if they are going to the worst place for criminals. And when I was looking at that place, the energy is so low. Everything will be in open, the good harvest, and a lot of worries. So for the courts will be a good harvest, but eventually White House will have to be worried because they are abusing the system. Tessa Ingram is asking for prayers for her recovery and to stay strong. So we want to pray for her that she will be strong and recover as soon as possible. And it's Tessa. And prayers for Brooke's father and mom too, because she has some issues as well. And for Brooke, she is so busy with, helping her parents. And for Ocasio-Cortez and Sanders, because those people are wonderful. They are making a new movement in USA. Hopefully, she will be the president one day because she is so brave. But I want them to be safe and start looking for some people to protect them, for the bodyguards, because they have so many enemies, especially we know in what place. And prayers for Ukraine and prayers for Gaza. We want those people will be spared from the bombs and cruelty. Stay positive, love each other, love yourself. We have to love ourselves to be loved. We have to know how much we can be pushed and how much we have to push back, because sometimes that's unfairly to be treated. It's not good when we are just giving. So make sure that you know the boundaries. Enjoy your friends and family. And I'm sending to everyone prayers so you will be safe and happy, and the country will give you protection and you will feel good in USA being a citizen. I love you guys. See you Monday at 11 Mountain Time with Cheryl on live stream. Thank you.